What's up, guys? It is Bad Dog. So, before we get started, live stream tonight, Giants, Falcons. Hope you tune in for that one. 5 minutes before game time, I'm going to go live. We'll watch that game together. We'll watch the Giants get a W tonight. It is going to happen. I'm telling you right now, but I hope you all join me for that. But this video is about our quarterback conundrum moving forward and, of course, with this season. Now, it's been a hot topic, as you all know, between us Giants fans about what to do with Eli Manning. Some swear by Eli Manning, make every excuse in the book for Eli Manning. And then there's other guys that are done with Eli Manning. They've been done with Eli Manning. So who really knows what the deal is going forward? Now, there's been many trade rumors about Eli Manning going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's probably not feasible. It's probably not going to happen this year. Eli Manning has a full no-trade clause in his contract. He's made it crystal clear he wants to remain a Giant. The only reason that this is even a topic, especially once Blake Bortles got benched, I believe that Twitter blew up, and there's all these rumors now that they benched Blake Bortles, that Eli Manning is going to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. I just don't see it happening again. He has a no-trade clause in his contract. He's past his prime. And let's face it, they have a leaky offensive line and less weapons than the Giants. So how effective would Eli Manning be in Jacksonville? That's probably not going to happen. So the big thing with the Giants is moving forward to next year. There are many options that we could do as far as the quarterback goes. And I don't know if any of them are really good or the answer to our future. First and foremost, I believe the Giants are going to tell Eli Manning he should retire at the end of the season, or they're going to release him, or maybe in the offseason they trade him to Jacksonville. Who knows? But he's owed $23 million next year. If we cut him, release him, trade him, or he retires, we only eat $6.2 million of the cap. So that's saving $17 million. I just don't see Eli Manning being the quarterback of the New York Giants next season. Justin Herbert has been a name that I've brought up and many other Giants fans have brought up and the media has brought up about being the future of the Giants. But Justin Herbert's also made it clear that he may not declare himself eligible for the draft. So if he stays at Oregon for another year, then where does it leave the Giants? Do we look at a Ryan Finley? Do we look at a Drew Lock? I don't think either one of those quarterbacks, or Justin Herbert for that matter, who I think is the best in this class, is worth a top 5 pick. I really don't. So would the Giants trade back to get a quarterback? Would they take one of these quarterbacks top 5? I don't like that move. So who really knows? Now, the big name is Tua out of Alabama. I'm not even going to try to say that guy's full name. As he becomes NFL eligible, then we will. But obviously, he's a true sophomore. He's not eligible to the 2020 draft. Can the New York Giants and our fans actually put up with another season like last year and the one we're going through this year to get Tua? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's even feasible. And that's 2 years away. So it's very difficult to forecast what's going to happen in 2020. The other hot rumor is Derek Carr to the New York Giants. Derek Carr is going to get traded to the New York Giants. It's not going to happen during the year, but they're talking about Derek Carr before training camp next season will be a New York Giant. And the price for Derek Carr would be a first-round pick. Obviously not in 2019 because it would be too high, but maybe a 2020 first-round pick. I don't like that move at all. Don't want Derek Carr as a New York Giant. Derek Carr has not been the same since he tore his knee up a few years ago or a couple of years ago. He's tore his knee up. He's broken his back. And to be quite frank with you, I don't think Derek Carr is better than Eli Manning. I think Eli Manning's prime will be better than Derek Carr's prime. I don't believe in Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is very inconsistent. And I don't think that that's a move forward for the New York Giants. I think that is a lateral move for the New York Giants. And I do not like him for a first-round pick. Plus, he's owed a lot of money, and I just don't believe in Derek Carr at all. That's just me, and who knows if that's even going to happen. But that is definitely something I've heard a lot. That's a hot topic about Derek Carr being a New York Giant, and I just don't trust him. The one move that I look at for the New York Giants is this, and this is the one that I would look at doing next year, me, if I was the GM of the Giants. Teddy Bridgewater is a free agent. Teddy Bridgewater actually played pretty good for the Jets in the preseason. Teddy Bridgewater is a young quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater could be a bridge quarterback, no pun intended, until we do draft our quarterback of the future. And who knows, he's still young enough that if he comes out and has a good season next year, the Giants could keep him on board as our quarterback. I think that's a low-risk, high-reward move for the New York Giants if they look at a Teddy Bridgewater in free agency. You know, why not? I mean, you really have nothing to lose at this point. I don't think Eli Manning's coming back. I'll be very shocked. And then, of course, there's Kyle Lauletta. And honestly, Kyle Lauletta is not the future of the New York Giants. We might not even see him play this year. I mean, even if the Giants are tanking, if they're 1-9 and 1-10, like they were last year, They still love Eli Manning so much that even though Manning had nothing to prove, nothing to play for after his streak was broken, they refused to play Davis Webb at any point in the season to see if he was any good or could play at the NFL level. And I kind of see that happening with Kyle Lauletta again this year, where no matter how good or bad the Giants are, whether they turn this thing around or they continue to fall apart as they have all season, Eli Manning is probably going to be the starting quarterback for the rest of the year. I just don't see any kind of situation where Kyle Lauletta would start. Maybe if the Giants are getting blown out in a game, you take a look at Kyle Lauletta and say, let's see what he does, at the end of the game. But even then, I don't ever really remember, and maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, over the course of his career, when the Giants have been way ahead, they've pulled Eli Manning out. But I don't ever remember them benching Eli Manning when we're getting blown out. I don't ever remember seeing that happen. I could be wrong. I mean, Eli's been around a long time. Maybe I forgot. But I really don't ever remember seeing him get pulled because of a poor performance. So those are a lot of things with the New York Giants going forward as far as the quarterback of this team for next year or the foreseeable future. It's a conundrum. What do we do, Giants fans? You can leave your comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys think about where we should go next year and then 2020 moving forward. For me, I like Teddy Bridgewater as a signing for a free agent for the simple fact that I believe we are going to draft top 5 again this year. Again, we can turn this thing around. Who knows? If we're drafting 10th or 11th, then maybe you take a look at one of these quarterbacks. However, I don't think any of these quarterbacks is worth a top 5 pick, just like I didn't feel like any of these quarterbacks in this draft, with the exception of Baker Mayfield, was worth a top 5 pick. And so far, these quarterbacks that are not Baker Mayfield have pretty much proven my point. Now, the rookies, we give them more than one season to prove what they can do, but so far, none of them have impressed me except for my boy Baker Mayfield. So I want to know what you guys think as Giants fans. And again, I'm not one that's going to criticize you for your opinion. I am really curious as to what you think we need to do moving forward, because this, whether Eli Manning turns us around or not, eventually, he's not going to be our quarterback. So what do we do for that position? There's a ton of talent here with Beckham and Barkley. We can't waste it. And Sterling Shepard and Evan Ingram. We can't waste this. We got to do something now. The window in the NFL is very small. It's a very small window. So we have to figure it out. We have to figure it out fast while these guys are still in the prime. So like I said, let me know what you think. Live stream tonight, Falcons, Giants. Hope to see you all there. And we are winning tonight. It's Bad Dog and I'm out. Peace!